Hello and welcome to This Week in Bitcoin, brought to you by Relay Private. And what a crazy week it has been. Just last week, and basically for a few weeks beforehand, I was saying that Bitcoin is entering into bull market. We're seeing high price action. We went from 40K to 50K, and now from 50 past 60K. And at the time of recording this, we're hovering around 62.5K or something. So we're just on a parabolic journey upwards, and Bitcoin really only knows one direction, and that is up. And this couldn't come at a better time than what we saw last week with the ECB, when they released yet another article claiming how Bitcoin is dead and how it's actually not a viable option. And now Bitcoin just proved otherwise. And yes, it might have an influence with the ETFs and all of that stuff, but the asset is on a super performance in 2024 again, after a super performance in 2023. And we're just a few $1,000 away from the all-time high in dollars, which is crazy because Bitcoin already did an all-time high in 30 plus countries this week alone, including the euro, the currency the ECB should actually protect at all costs. So great to see everyone enjoy this moment. We need to enjoy it while it lasts, and it's definitely cool to see that we are back in the bull. Definitely back in the bull. And to celebrate this, we have a mission at Relay. We want to put Bitcoin on the map, and we said we're gonna do this with a very special launch for our Lightning feature. Spoken about this previously as well. We are going to launch on Product Hunt, and in case you didn't know, Product Hunt is sort of the place on the internet where builders and products gather. You can register there. We'll urge you to do this. If you want to help us out, you can then add the products or services or software, whatever you use, into your stack. You can write reviews about this. You can tell people why you use it, how you use it, and all of these things. You can also upvote a product. If a product has a certain feature that they're releasing, you can actually vote for this and say like, yeah, I use it, I recommend it. And obviously the product that gets the most upvotes is at the end of the day also the one that gets product of the day, of the week, or even of the year titles. And they're definitely the ones that then get featured in a lot of media articles, and people reach out and all of these things. And we thought, what better timing than now to actually launch our Lightning feature on there. It is a place a bit unknown to the Bitcoin community, I shall say. There are more people hanging out there who are into products, marketing, and technology as a whole. And it's time that they find out about Bitcoin and Lightning specifically. I'll tag the tweet we did about this below with the instructions. Head there if you want to help us out as well. It would be amazing. All you need to do is create an account, add some of these services to your stack so Product Hunt doesn't think you're a bot and just there for one launch. And obviously, once we come out, help us out, leave a review, tell us why you use Relay. We'd really appreciate this. And last but definitely not least, we also have some news again with the Bitcoin spot ETFs, but it's more or less also correlated with the whole Bitcoin ecosystem, because two analysts at Bloomberg, Eric Bonjunas and Andrew Yap, have released a paper, or they released an analysis where they went into detail that it's actually going to take 2 or less than 2 years for the spot Bitcoin ETFs to flip the gold ETFs. And if you've paid any attention to gold, the gold ETFs were really the kickstarter for A, the gold price, and B, also the perception of how institutions come into the gold ecosystem, because from that point forward, the price just went up as well. And obviously the adoption and the way these products have been built around gold. And they see the same potential future with Bitcoin, but not in like the next 10 years. It will take 2 years to flip that of gold. And gold, obviously, as the commodity being the biggest commodity in the world, if we now go from the ETF story into the commodity story, and we'll compare Bitcoin, real Bitcoin, held in self-custody, as we all know, to the gold commodity, and you see the potential that they can flip it in the ETFs, it begs the question how long it actually takes until digital gold flips physical gold. And these analyses are exactly what we need out there to make people aware of like, hey, Bitcoin is not just this weird internet thing you've heard from your friends down at the bar. It is actually a viable asset, and it's a protection for your future against all of the evils that we see with the fiat system. So great to see that we have such analysis out there, and we're definitely very bullish. And the question just begs, when are we going to flip gold? And with that, we're at the end of This Week in Bitcoin. You know the drill. If you got questions, feedback, or just want to say hi, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.